And if this is in fact what it looks like for Hassan to save these kids from the right wing, you're not doing your job, bro. You're just corralling them in a different place and letting their anger fester. You're just sending them down a different radical pipeline. Something very strange happened in the news this week. A fan of Hassan's was arrested for making terroristic threats. His name is Mackey. He was the social media director and PR guy for the Detroit City Football Club, which you might remember from Hassan going to a game there. So he was arrested for 11 counts of terrorist threats. Authorities say he and another man, Austin Blair, allegedly made threats to employees and patrons at multiple businesses in Illinois. Now, he lives in Detroit, so I don't know why he was doing all of this, but these two together made a dozen terroristic threats to these different businesses over the course of a month. And then on August 30th, he met Hassan. September 6th, okay, so it was about a week later, they caught Mackey at the Worldwide Technology Raceway in Madison, Illinois, and hauled him off to jail. Why he's spending all this time in Illinois when he works in Detroit, lives in Detroit, I don't understand. Both of them got hit with 11 counts of making terrorist threats. Their court hearing is set for October 3rd. Making terrorist threats in Illinois ain't no joke. It is a Class X felony with up to 30 years behind bars if convicted. Gang, why are we doing this? Why did you do this? On August 30th, before he was arrested for the shit he'd done for the last month, he met Hassan because Hassan was invited, ostensibly by him, to hang out at a Detroit football club match. So here is Hassan meeting Jarrett, who welcomed him to the event.
It looks like it. He's got credentials.
Hi, are you the guy?
Mackey, good to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
What's going on?
Good to meet you, man. There you go, Marsh, good to meet you.
Marsh,
here you guys go. Kids for you
Okay.
guys.
Let's
Do
go.
you happen to have a tote bag or something?
Yeah.
Look at this little fucking
I
dork.
would love to.
Look at this little fucking dork. And he's just so enamored with Hassan. Look at him. This is unbelievable. And yet, not that unbelievable. Basically, the guy just takes him around and everything. Here is Hassan in the jersey that he gave him, and here's Jarrett's tweet. I'm actually so proud to have pulled this off. It sucks. He seems like he was really proud of his job, in general. He really was passionate about his job. Why the fuck would you do this? Why would you do this? And then, people are maybe it was just, he was a PR guy and he knew how big Hassan was in the world and just wanted to invite him. He follows Hassan, right? He follows him. That's Jarrett Mackey there. He follows him. Of course, his Twitter's closed, but someone found this back from 2021. I guess he had added Hassan, trying to get him to come to something called Rick's. So he has been a fan of or known of Hassan for at least 4 years. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So here's some more, this is some more in-depth information on the actual nature of the calls, which is just insane. I don't understand why these guys did this. I really don't get it. Of course, people are assuming that it's these places were on the BDS list, but there were some small businesses too. So I think these guys are just fucking sociopaths or something. I really don't know. On July 28th, so this is the beginning of it, Mackey was allegedly involved in communicating to employees and patrons of the Taco Bell in East Alton that a dude with a big gun was walking toward the store. On the same date, he threatened that a shooter was coming to the McDonald's and the Sonic in East Alton. Also on July 28th, this is all the same day, Mackey allegedly threatened that an active shooter would, in 5 to 10 minutes, be at the Casey's in the 300 block of East Edwardsville Road in Wood River. This is all in Illinois. I don't understand why he did this. And he's in his 20s, he should definitely know better. On July 29th, Mackey was allegedly involved in threatening to shoot up the store. So he actually threatened the Domino's the next day. The 30th. So this is like is that like a weekend? 28, 29, 30. Were they just like on a fucking like Coke binge? And this is how they spent their time? July 28, 29, 30. This is a Monday through Wednesday. This is just like during the week. They're calling these businesses. The next day, involved again in threatening that a shooter was coming to the Sonic in East Alton. On the 31st, he was allegedly involved in making a subsequent threat of a shooter coming to the McDonald's. So they're just targeting the same businesses over and over again. So then on August 10th, there's a break. And then 10 days later, August 10th is a Sunday. It starts again. Made a threat to the workers at Domino's of someone coming to blow their heads off. On August 18th, Mackey was allegedly involved in threatening Runway Lounge in Bethalto. I mean, that just seems like a small business. So there's that. This is a week later. 3 days later, he was involved in threatening to blow up the building and shoot the staff of the Domino's in East Alton. And then on the 27th, he was allegedly involved in threatening to shoot up the Runway Lounge again. He was ordered remanded to jail, but I think he ended up being released. So like, what the fuck is this about? I don't understand why he did this. He was obviously fired from his job. We have the post that the Detroit City Football Club posted. So DCFC was made aware yesterday that employee Jarrett Mackey was arrested and charged in another state with making terrorist threats. We suspended him from all club activities and removed his access to systems and facilities. We have terminated Mr. Mackey effectively today. So he was fired on the 11th, was detained at the Raceway on September 6th and released on September 10th. Okay, so he told them when he got out of jail, which I guess is good. We have terminated. It is important to note that the issuance of charges is not proof of guilt. Our priority is the well-being of our club, staff, supporters, and participants. We have not been contacted by law enforcement and will continue to monitor our situation closely. We have no additional comment, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, lost his job because obviously, I guess the cops tracked down Austin, the other kid's information, like tracked the calls back to his street address in Illinois. So again, this is someone who is apparently some degree of a Hassan fan to the point that he, pulled his strings to get him to come to a game in a match in Detroit where he worked. What I thought was interesting, somebody who claims to be from this kid's past shows that he's kind of been a demon his whole life. I mean, you just don't get that vibe from that first video, right? Or of him just like walking with Hassan and being like, oh, hey, right? He just seems like a little fucking nerd, right? But this apparently is what is lurking inside this guy. So again, this is all alleged, but the kid in the video does look like him. And this person claims to have known him forever. This is Jarrett Mackey, the guy who made terrorist threats, then went on to stream with Hassan Piker. I went to school with him. He was a mean kid, and I told him I'd never let him forget this video. So this guy apparently has been sitting on this video for years and found the perfect time to drop it. So listen to this crazy kid. This is when he's like 10 years old. Apparently this is about like racing, like car racing. Which makes sense because he was caught. He was detained at the racetrack. And also Austin Blair, the other guy, is apparently like a drone operator for racetracks or cars or some shit like that. He does like videography for that stuff. Okay, so here he is getting really mad about some race.
Judy Johnson, you better thank Casey Kane in your interview because you would not have won this race without your teammates' help, okay? Brett Keselowski had this race and you know it. You know it. Brett Keselowski tried to take you out, but no. What are you going to do? You're going to get Mr. Rick Hendrick to pay Casey Kane $4 million to crash? You retarded. I swear to God.
You're retarded.
I hope Brett Keselowski takes you out every single week for the rest of your racing career, you piece of garbage. I swear, Brett Keselowski had this win in the bag, and you ruined it. God, why would you do it? Why?
Sorry, I should have warned you guys that he was about to freak the fuck out. Also, you can see like in the background, near the computer. There's like multiple drinks. Like this kid is also like just terminally online. Is he crying now?
Yes. You better thank Casey Kane in your interview. And Brad Keselowski, you're gonna win this championship. Or no, Hendrick's gonna fix it like they always do. Oh my God. I hope Brad Keselowski. This is retarded! Why? We had it! And you ruined it!
Does anyone know who the people are that he's talking about?
Here's the interview.
Me when H3's 30 minutes late, yeah.
He's 7 points behind! If this team might direct him, why didn't you do it? Why?
Okay, that's about as much of that as I can watch. Yeah. You can watch it again by going back and watching the stream again. I'm not gonna play it again, or you can go find it on Twitter. It's up right now. But there are more tweets about it. For context, Jarrett was a mean kid the entire time I've known him. Literally since he was like 10 years old, he would try and rub his subscriber count in our faces and tell us how irrelevant we all were. He never was violent though, which is why I'm kind of surprised he did this. Well, he didn't actually commit violence. He just picked up the phone. He had these delusional views of himself, like he was hugely important, like he matters more than others. He would very often devolve into calling you nothing or unimportant, then boast about his YouTuber subscriber counts. It was low. So I'm imagining a lot of this is happening online, right? He uploaded this NASCAR video and it was great ammo against him. He would try and bully me at the lunch table and I'd bring up this video to which he'd claim I'm retarded for thinking it's real and say it was acting. I told him I'd never let him forget it. Even if it's acting, kid. This is not normal. Anyway, nothing real to report here. He was a shithead his whole life. I don't know what made him this way, but he's just always been a shitty person. My last interaction with him was when he called a photographer an R word at the mall, so I just so happened to be there to witness it. He was between 17 and 19 when that happened, so he was fucking with people then. Haven't heard from him or seen him in years, but Jarrett, if you see this, I'm not letting you forget that fucking video. My goodness. So here's my question. Obviously, I don't blame Hassan, but it does seem like, look at this little dork. Just walking with him, hanging out. It does seem like this is the kind of kid, this is the kind of guy that Hassan brags about saving from the right-wing pipeline, right? Like this is like his bread and butter. These young males, white guys usually, young white guys who are close to tipping into the right-wing way of life. They have all that anger, that frustration, and Hassan and all the media around Hassan say that he's like saving these kids, right? Saving these guys from a life of violence and republicanism essentially. But like we've said before, are they getting a new outlet? Are they getting a healthy outlet? Or is their rage just being stoked? Because this doesn't feel like he's been saved, right? Like, is this the product? Is this the product of Hassan saving kids? Like, if this was a BDS thing, which I don't think it is, like that, I don't think it is, but like, is this what we're supposed to be doing? I mean, we have that clip of Hassan bragging about the fact that some politician was stepping down because he got threats to his office, right? That people were calling and threatening, and so the guy stepped down. So is this guy performing in that way that he's been socialized to do? I don't know. But if he is in fact a fan, and if this is in fact what it looks like for Hassan to save these kids from the right wing, like, you're not doing your job, bro. You're just corralling them in a different place and letting their anger fester. You're not helping them. This is not what saving people looks like. This is not what redirecting people looks like. You're just sending them down a different radical pipeline with no new skills, no new coping mechanisms. That's if this stuff is true, right? But like, why? Why is that the fun thing for you to do? Like, he seems like he's like enjoys his job, enjoys what he's doing. Why is he
Have
so...
like a tote bag or something?
Yeah. Big
Oh, I would
Yeah, get me a tote bag, you little bitch.
love to.
Oh, you don't want to carry all that around the whole time?
Well, because our bag is just
That's stupid. It's just so stupid.
Let's go.
filled to the brim right now.
Welcome to Hamtramck. Welcome to Keyworth. Have you guys found the city so far? Good time?
Amazing.
Yeah. It was funny. I was dying earlier when you were talking about the Detroit sign because the whole city got fooled on AI on that.
Yeah.
Concept that
Hassan is not listening to you, girl. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this happened. I don't know why they thought that this would be a good, fun idea. Like, how dumb are you? You had a real job that you seem really passionate about. So why were you doing this? Why were you making threats for days at a time with your friend? Like, what a terrible, dumb decision. You're 25. Grow the fuck up. On a related note, Hassan is officially being noticed by Elon Musk for his own veiled threats of violence. And I'm assuming that's not good, right? Because as you'll see here in this tweet that Elon Musk, let me close this so you can actually see it, that Elon Musk retweeted and tagged Jeff Bezos. This is the tweet that Hassan put out. Talking where Tom Cotton said this, and then Hassan put how to build a gun on top of that. Right? So now Elon is tagging Jeff Bezos, and to me, this is Elon trying to like dunk on Jeff. And I don't think the place you want to be right now, Hassan, is in the middle of a pissing match between billionaires. I don't think you want to be the pawn in that. Like, you have a lot of influence, but I think if this catches on, you're going to find out what a small fish you actually are in this pond. Because if this is going to be another, like Musk versus Trump thing, and you are the bait in the middle, it's not going to be good. And right now, specifically with all of the right-wingers losing their minds about Charlie Kirk, which I still my brain is still processing that. I said out loud today to my wife, I was like, I can't believe Charlie Kirk's neck exploded like that on the internet. Like, I still cannot believe that happened. But it's a bad time. It's a bad time to be on the alt-right's radar for saying that someone should assassinate Republicans. It doesn't make them right? We don't want that either, but it's a bad time for your chickens to come home to roost, Hassan, is what I'm saying.